Hello, today in this video I am going to discuss the solution for the assignment number 2 that was provided in the last week related to drawing the ER diagram for a given problem statement. Right? So I'll be discussing few of the solutions provided by few of the students. I'll discuss what are the problems and how that solution can be defined, and finally I'll provide you the solution for the problem. So the problem statement was, suppose you are asked to design a club database system based on the following information. Each student has a unique student ID, a name and an email. Each club has a unique club ID, a name, a contact telephone number, and has exactly one student as its president. Each student can serve as a president in at most one of the clubs, although he or she can be the members of several clubs. Clubs organize activities and students can participate in any of them. Each activity is described by a unique activity ID, a place, a date, a time, and those clubs that organize it. If an activity is organized by more than one club, different clubs might contribute different activity fees. Draw an ER diagram showing the constraints and cardinalities. So this was the problem statement provided, right? So I'll be discussing few of the solutions from the students first, and then I'll go for the proper solution for this problem. So I have got one of the solutions like this. So in this solution, these three entity sets, student, club and club activity, are being identified correctly, right? But the one more entity set that is identified as president is not actually justifiable. So club is having the president, but in fact the president is one of the students. So instead of having once again stored the same student data separately in another entity set president, it is advisable that you should have the relationship, one more relationship between club and student, instead of having this entire relationship and the entity set, right? Another problem that I have identified is with respect to cardinalities. So here, between club and club activity, there is a relationship organized. So club activity is being organized by club. But if you look at this particular cardinality, mapping cardinality for this relationship set organized, it is mentioned 1:n from club to club activity, right? But in the problem statement, it is mentioned that one club activity can be organized by more than one clubs. So obviously this club activity, if every club activity can be organized by more than one clubs, this relationship should be many to many, that is n to n. Okay, here it is total participation, that is correct, no issues. Okay, now regarding this participation, so participation of club entity set into the member relationship, it is shown that it is total participation. So why there is a need to have a total participation? It may happen sometimes that the club has started but there is no member as such. Okay, so no need that the club must participate in at least one of the relationships in this member relationship set. It may happen that club is started but there is no member, right? So if this is the case, then we must say that this is not total participation, but it should be a partial participation. Okay, one more problem is associated with this club. Here it is mentioned club members as one of the attributes. In fact, whoever are the members of the club, those are being stored in this relationship set members. So whichever is the student who is the member of the club, that data is being stored in this relationship, and that is why we have created this relationship set. So once again, there is no need to store club members here, right? So this attribute in fact is not required. Okay, next, we talked about this already. Fine. So one more major problem with this design is the relationship set between student and club activity is not being shown. So students are participating in activities, correct? So in which activity which student is participating, that kind of a relationship is not been depicted here. So that is missing in this design, right? So I would suggest you to thoroughly read the problem statements and then try to design the solution for that. Okay, now here one more, it can be accepted, the solution can be accepted, but still here the phone number is denoted as the multi-valued attributes. No doubt you can have phone number as the multi-valued attribute, but if you look at the problem statement, okay, so what is mentioned in the problem statement? In the problem statement, here each student has a unique student ID, a name and an email. Each club has unique club ID, a name and a contact. So it means that they want to store a single contact telephone number, right? So accordingly, we need to take care after reading the problem statement carefully. Okay, now this is one more solution that I have received. So in this solution, what is the problem that I will tell you? Cardinality for this relationship set member. So student is member of the club, but regarding the cardinality, why it is many to one? See, one club may have many students as members, and one student may be member of many of the clubs. So this relationship should be many to many, right? Also, this participation of student need not be total participation. It may happen that few of the students are there and those are not at all participating in any of the clubs. These are not at all members of any of the clubs. It may happen. So this should not be total participation, because it has not been mentioned in the problem statement that every student must be the member of at least one club. It has not been mentioned, right? So it may not be the total participation. Okay, now the next, once again related to this total participation. Here every student is participating as president. No, not obviously not. Few of the students might be the presidents of the clubs, not every student. So once again, this total participation should not be there, right? Next, once again regarding this total participation. So what this total participation says, every student must participate in at least one activity because it is total. But it may happen that few of the students are not participating in any activities, right? So once again, this should not be total. Okay, regarding cardinality of this relationship set, so here the cardinality of club activity relationship is mentioned as many to one from club to activity. What it indicates? It indicates that every club is associated with a single activity and one activity can be launched by more than one clubs, but not necessarily this is true. What is true? Every club may have more than one activities and every club might be launched, every club activity might be launched by more than one clubs. So this should be end to end. Okay, fine. Also in both of these designs, the fees of the activity is not been stored anywhere. So there is no attribute in these two designs that deals with fees for the activity. Okay, so that is missing. So obviously these solutions need refinements. Okay, I hope you must have understood this. Now I'll be discussing two more such solutions. So let's see one more solution. So there are few problems in this solution also. So I have highlighted those problems. So this participation of student into member, once again this should not be total. I have explained you earlier why. Some students, it may happen that those are not the members of any of the clubs. Okay. Also it may happen that a particular club is not having the member, right? So this also need not be total. Okay. Then this participation of club into club activity, right? So club into club activity, why it is total? It may happen once again that club is not having launched any of the activities. So this should not be total. Okay, but in fact this participation of activity should be total in club activity, and the reason is every activity must be associated with a club, right? At least one club, and that is why activity must participate here. So on this side it should be total, but not on this side. Okay. Now one more suggestion is here these links are being mixed into one another. This should not happen, right? Whichever are the relationships, those should be clearly depicted and separately. The links need not be mixed with one another. Okay. Now one more suggestion is here, it is good that you have identified here fees as the descriptive attribute for club activity. It is good, that is required. But why it has been shown multi-value? You might have thought of, whoever has drawn this, the person might have thought of that it is mentioned that if the activity is being organized by more than one clubs, then the club is having its own contribution with respect to fees. That is true. Okay, but one club is having its single contribution, another club is having its contribution, right? So for this we should have this as a simple attribute, fees, as the descriptive attribute, no multi-valued attribute, because obviously for every club and the activity, if one activity is being organized by more than one clubs, then all those entries will be stored in this relationship, and for every entry there will be the attribute fees. So this need not be multi-valued, right? Fine. Now this one more solution that I have selected to discuss. So in this solution, once again the problem is with the cardinality. So one student is the president of one club, so it is one, correct, but one club is also having one president only, so this n need not be there, this should be one-to-one relationship. Okay, and further this cardinality of member, it is shown as 1 to n, so this should be many to many, as I discussed earlier also. Okay, in this particular organized relationship, what should be the cardinality? Once again, it should be many to many. One activity can be organized by more than one clubs. One club can organize more than one activity, so it should be many to many. Now, why this participation is partial? It should be total participation, because every activity must be associated by at least one club, so this should be total participation. Okay, now fees here is shown as the relationship. In fact, fees need not be the relationship. We are showing the relationship between activity and club by making use of this, right? So as I stated earlier, for this particular relationship, we may have the attribute, descriptive attribute as fees. Okay, so once again these two solutions need the refinements. Okay, now with these discussions, now I am going to show you the correct solution. So let us go through the process once again. So first of all, we are reading this problem statement and we are identifying the entity sets and the relationship sets. So once again I am going to read it. So suppose you are asked to design a club database system based on the following information. Each student, so student, let us underline, has a unique student ID, a name and an email. Each club has a unique club ID, a name, so club, a contact telephone number, and has exactly one student as its president. Each student can serve as a president in at most one of the clubs, although he or she can be members of several clubs. Clubs organize activities and students can participate in any of them. Each activity is described by a unique activity ID, a place, a date, a time, and those clubs that organize it. If an activity is organized by more than one club, different clubs might contribute different activity fees. So this is the problem statement. So as we have underlined, these three can be treated as the entity sets. So we have identified entity sets as student, club and activity. Okay, and now let us talk about the relationships now. So what are the possible relationships here, right? Here it is mentioned that club has exactly one student as its president. So student and club is associated, right? Via, we may say that this can be a relationship. Then further, each student can serve as a president in at most. So this is the constraint that is being provided. Although she can be members of several clubs. So once again, between club and student, we may come up with this relationship, that is members. Clubs organize activities and students can participate in any of them. Each activity, so the attributes are being mentioned. So activities, it is mentioned that clubs are organizing activities, right? So we may have the relationship that is organized. Okay. So president, members, students are participating into the activities, so this would be one more relationship set. So we have identified now the relationship sets. Okay, so first list out the relationship sets. We may have member as the relationship set between student and club, president once again between student and club, student activities would be between student and activity, and club activity between club and activity. Okay, so let's have some attributes listed. Student will have ID, name, email. Club will have ID, name, phone. Activity will have ID. The title has not been mentioned in the problem statement, but activity is having some title, so let us have that. Place, date and time. Member is the relationship between student and club. President is relationship between student and club. Student activity is the relationship between student and activity, and club act between activity and club. So these are the relationships, those we have identified. Now the constraints can be depicted in the ER diagram itself. So see here what we have done. Student is the entity set, club is the entity set, activity is the entity set, right? So we are having these three entity sets with the respective attributes. So student is having SID, SNAME, SEmail. SNAME is composite attribute, so that has been depicted. Primary keys are being depicted. Okay, now activity is having AID as primary key and the remaining attributes. Club is having CID as the primary key, club name and club phone, right? Now we are having the relationships shown here. Between student and club we are having member as the relationship, which is end to end. So it is partial participation from both the sides, because it may happen sometimes that the student is not member of any of the clubs. It may happen that club is not having any member associated at some point of time. Okay, now if we look at this president, club must have a president. Okay, so from club is participating totally in this relationship president. Okay, and this is one to one. Club is having only one student who can work as the president, and student can work for as president for at most one club. That has been mentioned in the problem statement, and that is why this is depicted as one to one. About student activity, this is the relationship between student and activity. So one activity may have more than one students who are participating, and one student may participate in more than one activities, and that is why this has been shown as end to end, many to many. Between activity and club we are having this club activity, that is the relationship. So in this relationship is also many to many. So why it is many to many? One activity can be organized by more than one clubs, it has been mentioned, and one club may have more than one activities, so this should be many to many. Towards activity, so activity is participating in this club activity relationship set totally, because every activity must be launched by at least one club. So this activity must participate in this relationship. Right, now I have stated fees is the descriptive attribute for club activity. Okay, fees is the descriptive attribute for club activity. So meaning is, in this particular relationship what we are going to store by default, ID of activity, ID of club, right? So, and whatever are the fees charged for that activity by that club, that also we are going to store as the third attribute. Okay, so this is what the ideal solution is for this problem statement. I hope you must have understood this. If you are having any doubts, please use the comment section to communicate. Okay, thank you.